Hello everybody, my name is Wilbur. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to everything. Damn, it's been a while. It's been a few weeks, I think. Longer than a week, less than 2 weeks. Something around then. I don't know. Who's keeping count? I hope everyone is doing well. I'm finally at semi full health. Finally. Semi. Nothing special. I'm gonna play some Destiny tonight, guys. I'm gonna play some Destiny. And I'm probably gonna be talking a lot about just my future of the stream, and future content, what I want to do. So I'm just gonna be rambling a lot of different ideas. Hopefully something sticks in my head, because I do tend to forget. I'm going to play my my hunter today. I don't know what I'm actually gonna do. I might do some bounties or do some shit. Who knows? Yo!
Cold. Are you ready? Here we go.
Oh, he didn't want to say that. 12 whole fucking months. Shit's crazy, mate, dude. Chris, thank you so much for 12 months, my friend. Enjoy that sweet Master Ball. How have you been? What's new in your life? Tell me everything. But thank you again, my friend. 1 whole year. Woo! Time flies when you have fun, right? You ever get the feeling that you just got, like, hair everywhere? Are you sick as a dog, dude? I've been sick, like... yeah, I haven't streamed in, like... yeah, about 2 weeks, I think. A little under 2 weeks. And, yeah, I'm only just getting better. Like, my throat's fine now. So, I can actually talk and not be sore or dying. Which is nice. Which is super, I love it. But yeah, it was just good to have a, it was just good to have a little bit of time away from, gaming. Or not just gaming, just time away from my computer. Away from, like, technology as much as I could. I think everyone should have a little technology break. You know what's funny? I haven't streamed in like 2 days, 2 weeks. My chair has been perfectly fine that whole time. As soon as I start streaming, it go like it's. I don't understand. It's been fine this whole time. So set up cross save on Destiny, play my PS4 characters. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna have time to do all that stuff. I don't know when it ends. I think it ends tomorrow. I mean, I tried my hardest. There was a few that just seemed really like not impossible. Like, oh, where is it? There was one, I think it was this Shattered Throne. And it's like, you can't just go to a Shattered Throne, you have to, like, do all this other random shit just to get to the Shattered Throne. I mean, it's probably something in, like, a quest or something that I'll do later, but I was like, Strikes probably could have done. Prestige Nightfall, maybe, but I think that one would have been the hardest one. I was, like, reading up about it. So you're gonna use your PS4 characters. Nice. What is it? Void damage today. Oh. Well, yeah, wow, it's been a while. So does that mean, like, you can play your... So have you got your PS4 characters on your PC right now? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this shit ends tomorrow or very soon. But maybe I'll jump into some other games. I don't know, we'll see. I guess I'll probably ramble on about it as I go through the night. PS4 characters? Hell yeah, man. Was it easy to set up? Because I heard there was a few problems with it. Actually, I might have to use the Void. I might just do some bounties and maybe do some Crucible. Let's go to the Void subclass. Was a cunt? I've heard it's hasn't been going very smoothly. I don't know if it's they just haven't really prepared very well, or there's just like everyone trying to do it at once. But either way, I've heard it's been a pretty shit process, so I haven't, like, I don't technically need to do any of that stuff until Shadowkeep comes out. So yeah, I still got like a whole month or something. Yo, TikTok game, how you going, man? It's been a while. Ooh. What's that look like? Oh, that's just like a straight up pod racer, isn't it? I might use this for a little bit. Change it up. That one. Yeah, let's use that one for a little bit. I said we'll change it up.
Still lurking about.
Yo, TikTok, thanks for the like, my friend. Had to unlink my Battle.net account and my PS4 account to relink everything to my OG Bungie PS4 account. Transferring Steam. Okay. So I shouldn't have much of a problem because I'm just going from Battle.net to Steam. Because I don't really have a... I mean, I did play on... I only played Destiny 1 on the PS4, so it doesn't really count. I'm assuming. How dare you say they put the mini smash? I mean, this one just looks cool. Looks like a pod racer. But while we got Chris here, how... I don't like any of these. They're all shit. Oh,
Yeah, that'll work.
just get them, why not? How good I'll be right back. No worries, my friend. Yo, Mr. Teeks, how you going, my friend? How have you been? It's been a while. I keep saying that, but it's all my fault. I've just been terribly sick.
But don't let it go to waste.
I hope everyone's doing well. The Itchy and Scratchy Show! Yeah, picking up some bounties.
What light can do. Don't waste it.
Man, that sword's so cool. Also, don't what you call it? Don't infuse anything. Either.
There's a love of the fight.
So I think once Shadowkeep drops, everything just goes to 750 automatically. Which is very strange. Very strange when I heard that. Playing VR? Hell yeah, man. What have you been playing lately? Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Some more of the weapon frames. I might do this challenge. Unlock Solstice packages. Need 7. Let's just do that for a little bit. It's been a while since I went into the aerial zone. Wipeout VR? Hell yeah, man. You were talking about that before. How is it? Is it really fun? Does it make you sick, or are you all good with that? I feel like it would make me, like, very sick. Very motion sickness. Oh, imagine if I had, like, 6 of those. Ooh, that'd look good. Yeah, I just want to save up as many, like, you know, enhancement cores. It's enhancement cores, really. And the purple crystals, which it looks like I don't have any of. I don't got 190 legendary shards. That's what what the hell I'm trying to figure out. The battle racing, it's sick. Hell yeah, man. Is there like is there multiplayer with that, or is it just single player? Oh man, it's been a while since I've played this game. As I said, I've been pretty sick for the past few weeks, so I haven't really had a chance to play any games either. I think I dabbled a little bit with Destiny, but other than that, I haven't really been playing anything. I've just been planning things. Yeet. Just planning my future content. Future content. What's by the videos on PS1? Oh shit. Yeah, I remember Wipeout. Yeah, it must have been on the PS1 then. I thought this was like a new Wipeout. Why isn't he dying? Why do I feel so weak? Ah, so it's remastered. Oh, that's cool. Oh, shit. Yeah, I thought it was like a new game. But that's cool. I wonder if it was remastered or remade. It was just remastered. Oh shit. Oh shit. I fell. 3 games included? Holy shit. I feel like this is like the past. I mean, they've always remastered and remade games, but I feel like, you know, this past year or two, maybe even 3 years, has just been like the era of remakes and remasters, especially for PlayStation. Stop shooting at me, mate. I'm invisible. Oh mate, all that damage. Oh, it's on PS Plus now? Maybe I should pick it up. I haven't really jumped on my PlayStation in a while. I'm not too sure when the next big PlayStation game is out. I guess maybe Death Stranding, I guess. Not that I'm not really too excited about that game. At all. At least I'm not alone. Chris is back. Hey Chris, you been enjoying the Broncos lately? Like, I thought that I thought we were gonna beat the Rabbits. Like, I thought, like, oh, we have a pretty good chance. Oh my god. I thought we had a pretty good chance to beat the Rabbitohs. But the Rabbitohs actually came and wanted to play today. Or the other day. I was like, oh, fair enough. Oh, not gonna get that one. Do I have a sniper or is that on my... It's really confusing thing. I think the sniper's on my Titan. Oh, you were at the Bunnies game? Wasn't too bad. So we're just never gonna be Premier... No. Darius Boyd number 6. As I said, I was watching it with Stacy. Cause she just started like watching it with me. I don't know if she's really into it or not, but she's like started watching the games with me. And I'm just like sitting there just whinging about Darius Boyd. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have to send Chris a message. And that's when I sent you a message. I was just like, he is just such a useless waste of space. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Ah. Like, I hated how it's not just Darius Boyd. It's happened to other players in other clubs where they leave an underperforming person in the team because one, he was the captain, or two, he used to be good. I hate it when they do that. I understand why they do it, and I guess he is like, you know, technically he is under, you know, contract and everything, but it's just such a waste. You'd get more out of a young person from the Queensland Cup. You know, give that kid like 100,000 a year and he'll do a much better job. Oh, dude, Damien Cook's so good. And it's like, it's hard to hate him. Like, like, yeah, he's a New South Wales player, and he plays for the Rabbits, but it's like really hard to hate him. He doesn't play grubby or anything. He plays like pretty fairly, and he's just really good. Like, he's insane. Like, the way he plays is just like, he just has so much room to move. So much room, so much time. Let's get me sword out. Ah. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, he is like a passenger, isn't he? That's the weird thing. Like, he just doesn't do anything. And there are rumors that he's like, you know, they're gonna have, you know, talks about him next year. You know what? I would have just dropped him. Just drop the bastard. Drop Darius Boyd back to the Queensland Cup until he can play good. Because he's not getting dropped, he's not getting put on the bench, so he's just like, well, why do I have to try? You know what I mean? I was gonna mob the field and bash it, and Jimmy did. Oh, dude, what a fucking. Oh my. Straight up, like, not even like 10 minutes into the game, and he like does that to Corey Oates. And I was very. Oh, like. I know he's a grub and everything, and he's just a shit person, but I thought like, oh, you know, he'd probably have a bit more respect for like his old team. You know, I'm sure some of that team were his friends, and to go do that, it's just like, really? You're that much of a like dickhead? Yeah, it blew my mind, man. I got, because I was watching with Stacy, and I told him, like, yeah, he used to play for the Broncos, like, this year. And, like, they're probably all his friends. And then she didn't understand either. Like, I don't think anyone did. But, yeah, he's just a grub. He can stay in Sydney. I was hoping, like, as much as I hate Lodge as well, I was hoping you'd bash someone. Oh, like, yeah, just bash him. Bash him, Lodge. I thought he was gonna fight Old Man at the end. 100%. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why Wayne better keeps him around. Like, yeah, he's got some talent, but is it really worth all the shit grubbiness? The answer is no. That's the only answer. Yeah, he hits women when he's drunk. Yeah. What a. I hope they don't keep him next year. I hope they. And you know what the brutal thing is, Chris? He is only 24 years old. I was like, this dude's like 33 at least. He's only 24. Yeah, get rid of him. Because there's talks about other clubs trying to get Fafita away from the Broncos. And that would really suck because he's a really good player. Like Fafita, Offenhengawi, Pangai Jr. I think those three really stand out in the forwards. You know, keep them, and then yeah, keep Alex Glenn as like the the senior. I think you like, and you got Haas as well, obviously. And man, you would have a fucking sweet forward pack, and then you just have to work on the spine, because right now the forwards are doing well. The spine's struggling. There's no spine. It's just the forwards doing all the work. Yeah, Fafita's he does well. David Fafita? He's only the cousin of Andrew Fafita, so it's all good. Yeah, there's rumors that other clubs looking at Fafita, and I think that's why people are saying, Darius Boyd should retire early to, to benefit the club, to free up more money. But he won't. He'll be like, nah, I'm just gonna milk. He's got like 2 years or something. Passes a freak. Dude, he just like, cut through the line, quick step, and then like a run, and it's just like, what? He's like Tamalolo as well. I think Tamalolo can do that. He doesn't do it as much these days, but yeah, Jason Tamalolo can definitely do that kind of thing. And it's crazy, he's not playing 13, he's playing, he's a front row forward, he's playing like 70 minutes a game. Insane. And he pulls that shit. I need to sneeze. I hate this boss. They should have made PT Silent Hill game. Dude, tell me about it. I was thinking about that today and I tweeted it out. About my distaste for Death Stranding. And how I'm not very keen on that game at all. And I was looking at like Kojima's games. So I was like, I just don't think I like Kojima. But the best thing he did was PT. And I'm like, oh man, I really wish they continued with that. I mean, if they could, you know, PT's got such a cult following now that if they went and did a PT game or a PT Silent Hills game, whatever, it would be massive. Get some dinner? No worries, Chris. I will talk to you through the week, my friend. And thanks again for the resub. I appreciate that. Oh, yeeted. But yeah, Teeks, I 100% agree with you, my friend. I really hate this boss. Boss sucks. How do I get up there? Ah. Download 1 million times. That's insane. I mean, yeah, that's what I was saying. I mean, like it had a big deal was made when it first got released, the demo. And now, yeah, it's got, because it, you know, you couldn't download anymore, so it really gathered like a real strong cult following. But if they did anything like PT again, or made a game from it, ooh man, you'd be making. You could pretty much print your own money, I reckon. Fucking hell, finally. Hate that boss. But yeah, that even, I don't know. What do you think of Death Stranding, Teeks? Are you like a fan, or do you reckon you'll ever get into it, maybe? I didn't see where any of those were. I'll check in here then. You guys go find them. I'll be around. Looks interesting. Well, for me, I was really curious and interested in it before they released any gameplay. As I said, I'm not the biggest Kojima fan or Metal Gear Solid fan. But when the trailers first started coming out, I was like, ooh, this looks pretty cool, like pretty dark and mysterious, obviously. And oh shit. And yeah, definitely piqued my interest, and then they released the first gameplay, like trailer or footage, and I was like, oh nah, I'm not keen. It was kind of like that. No, it's definitely not horror. It's just, they're saying it's an action game, third-person action game. Like, I don't know what I was expecting with the trailer, I thought, you know, being Kojima, I kind of had a thought that it might have been third person. You know, just with his time with Metal Gear. I don't know, it just, but I can't judge it fully because we haven't seen, well, not to my knowledge, I haven't seen any, like actual gameplay. You know what I mean? Like we've seen the gameplay of old mate walking around and pissing, but like I haven't actually seen any action gameplay. I've seen like walking, I've seen him running, I've seen him running away from things. What to go do that again? That's about it. RE7 is the closest to PT. Yeah. RE7, there was this indie horror game I played years ago called The Park. And that kind of, it had like elements of PT in it, which were really cool. I really liked The Park, actually. That was a really fun game. Yeah. RE7 was good, man. I really enjoyed RE7. I think it was because like it was first person. You know, it was in just like a spooky house, and it was a bit more. I guess you can't really say realistic, but it was more realistic. Like a more realistic setting, I guess, than like all the other Resident Evils. And especially like, you know, 5 and like coming from 5 and 6. Where that was just like, you know, batshit crazy. Yeah, RE7 was definitely a masterpiece. I know a lot of very passionate Resident Evil fans probably didn't like it that much. And that's 100% understandable. Like, yeah, 100% understandable. But I really liked it. And I was hoping that... I guess we don't know yet, but, you know, I'm hoping that we get another first-person not Rainbow Six. Another first-person Resident Evil. I don't think they will. I reckon if they make an RE8 at all, they will make it third person again. Yes, the beard is trimmed. I had a haircut also. I had that wedding to go to. So I actually went to the wedding sick, which wasn't too bad. It was a nice wedding. So I definitely got all trimmed up and looking pretty for the wedding. I might keep it like nice and trimmed from now on. If I can be bothered. I probably won't look as homeless anymore. That's about it. Yeah. Die, clown. You're gonna die, clown. Oh, you're an idiot. Sometimes. If not all the time. Yeah. Oh no! you. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Always appreciate a good compliment. Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely gonna wait. You know, wait for some like substantial Death Stranding gameplay footage, and then I'll make my decision on whether. I'm definitely not gonna buy it day one. I might, you know, wait and then. You know, wait for the game to actually be out and then see what people think of it. Just check some reviews. I mean, and also it's on the... While I like PlayStation games and don't mind PlayStation exclusives, I don't know, I think I'd rather... I'd rather all games come out on the PC, obviously. But... I know, is it a game... Is a game worth me setting up my PlayStation? that's another thing. Is the game worth me setting up my PlayStation for? Answer is probably no. Do I have M&S? Oh, No Man's Sky? I do. I have it on PC. Actually, I have it on PlayStation 4 as well. I bought it day one on PC, hated it, but then I bought it on PS4 because it was like $10 or something. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy this. It was $10. Watch some in VR. Yeah, I heard it's pretty good. I heard it's pretty good. I think Lion might have played it, or would have played it in VR. Easy as pie. Oh, Jesus. How do we get out of here? Please let me leave. Have you got No Man's Sky, Teeks? Away from me, Hellhound. Demon Dog. I haven't got it. I think it's been on sale. It's been on sale a few times. Well, I got at least 3. Would you buy it on PlayStation or you buy it on PC, Tiggs? If you were to buy it. Yeah, it always seems to go on sale quite a bit. Damn it. Oh, he's gonna get it, isn't he? When idols heard the news today. With arms wide open. Did he cry? Yeah, I was going with this one. Under the thorn. Welcome to this place. I shall... Yo, lightning.
Welcome back, Senpai.
Good to be back, my friend. How are you today, mate? Let's hope I get close enough to these last ones. Is it like farming simulator? No. It'd be more like a shredded deep, like a stranded deep-ish, Subnautica. Sort of just like exploring base building, like a bit of base building. I think they're gonna add sort of farms and growing growing crops and shit. I think they are gonna add that, or they did add that. I know the best farming simulator will always be Stardew Valley. Bit tired, Lightning? Yeah, man, I'm feeling you. Definitely feeling you. I'm just glad I can like swallow properly again and eat properly. I need 3 more. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, I'm feeling quite good, man. I'm feeling good. Like I've been pretty much. I think my last stream was like, I don't know, 12 days ago, 11 days ago. And, yeah, I've been, like, sick almost that whole time. Like, I only started getting better, like, last Thursday, Friday, maybe? Yeah, it was like it had, like, a swollen, I don't know if it was, like, swollen or infected or something. I think it started off with my tonsils and then ended up at my... I forgot what it's called. Starting with a U, like uvula or something. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. So that was swollen as well. So like every time I swallowed, like I would swallow and it would hurt, like I was eating nails. I was like, what the fuck? So just water, like even drinking water was like painful. It sucked. So very hard to eat things. With arms wide. I couldn't even sing, Lightning. I couldn't even sing. I was sad. At least I can sing now. With arms wide open. What have you been up to, man? How was have you started your work experience? I'm assuming from those pictures. Couldn't even sing, mate. I think that was the worst part, is I couldn't sing. You know how much I love to sing. Yeah, I think I checked them out and I didn't respond because I'm a bad person, but it looked pretty fun, looked pretty cool. Something that affects my wet organs. It means it's too bad I get ulcers. Oh shit, that's brutal. Yeah, yeah, it was definitely. I've never had whatever it was before. It was definitely an experience. And like, yeah, it was like hurting the sides of my neck really bad too. I was just in the wars. So it's like, like I could barely, like talking hurt too much. I was like, I can't even like stream. Which has really been really sucky. I was like, man, I had some good momentum and then I got sick. And I was like, oh, and I even had like, you know, my new artwork and everything. And then I got sick right after that. Which really sucked. I was like, good, thank you. Thank you, world. Might have been tonsillitis. Yeah, doctor, he said it could have started off as tonsillitis, but the tonsils got better, and then my uvula or whatever got worse. I don't know if that's the same thing. It probably is the same thing. I was just like, doc, just give me some motherfucking drugs. Give me those drugs. I want to be able to eat again. I'm gonna go after whatever that thing is, if I can get there. But yeah, how was the work experience overall? Hey, I made it. Okay, we got 5 of them. Hopefully I can get like 3 boxes from that. That'd be nice. Sorry, Teakshare, there is a sort of campaign in No Man's Sky. It's not like, I don't know, it's hard to, because I haven't really played it, or played much of it, the campaign. I would assume, you probably look into it a bit more, but I would assume it would just be like a lot of different missions, and you sort of get little bits of like universe story. So it's not like you, I don't know if it's got like a story where you're like doing things or whatever. I think it'd just be like a lot of small missions, and you just get like little bits of like lore about the world and the universe, rather than like a traditional campaign. Oh shit. Almost fell off. Tonsillitis to uvulite, that's the word. Uvulitis. It felt weird, man. I felt like I had this thing dangling in the back of my throat. And it sucked because I was like, I don't want to like complain too much, but it sucked because I was just like coming off a sore back as well. So I had my sore lower back, and then that got better, and then like, you know, probably not even a day later, I got sick. I'm like, man, I can't like win. Wasn't winning. Throat infection around the uvula. Man, it hurts. Can't see me. Have we got any like, oh, yeets. I am the sword master. Oh, you coward. Yo, is that a big old divine? How you going, man? We got some biddies for your stream, and then you went off and... Oh, did you? Sorry, man. Yeah, I didn't even, like, play any games. I was just, like... I was so unimpressed with being sick, and I was just like, oh, I can't be F doing anything. Oh, my God.
Cold. Are you ready? Here we go.
10-month 3 re 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 e sub.
Re sub, dude. Thank you so much for 10 months, Mr. Divine. Appreciate you, my friend. How are you today? How's wait, it is still the weekend for you. How has your weekend been? One over here. How do I get in there? That's the thing. I'm gonna get... How do I get up there? So I'm going back later? No worries, man. Appreciate that. I feel like maybe around the back. Or was it in here? Damn it. I saw it, now I'm like... How does one get in? Oh, it's... Oh, okay. That's why I couldn't see it. It was all the way over there. I thought it was over there somewhere. Please tell me I got... Yes! Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord! I did, I died. I died, Mr. Lightning. But what have you been up to, man? Besides your work experience, or you just been doing that stuff? Since we last spoke. Oh yeah, I should start talking about talk a little about what I want to do with the channel. I feel like I change my mind once a month, so I apologize. Basically, as far as like the channel is concerned, I think I might either, depending on if future projects pan out or not, it'll either be streams 4 times a week or 3 times a week, depending on how future projects turn out or not. But what I would love to do, I mean, Destiny's great, Rainbow Six is great. That'll probably be like my, you know, just my main games to come back to, like to fall on if there's nothing else out there. But I would really love to start playing more, like, single-player games again. I'll accept. Nothing but this shit. God damn, how many, like, boots do you want to give me, mate? I thought I had like a better, like a breakdown. I thought I had like a breakdance. I guess I didn't. I thought I had one. Hey, he's dancing with me. So yeah, I would love to play like some more single player-y kind of games, if I can. I mean, for the next like I guess I've been thinking about it because not many games have come out recently, but I don't know if it's like me not looking for games because I'm like, I just want to play like Destiny or something. I would love to play my Switch more, to be honest. I just have it just sitting there. I'm like, man, I really love the Switch. Like, I really wish I got, I mean, I can still technically get it. What was it called? Three Houses game. What was it? I forget what it's called. But yeah, it's blah blah blah, Three Houses. I'm hearing so many good things about it. And while it is like probably like 100-hour game, yeah, it would be good to play. It'd be good to play. Do something, I forgot.
It's just wonderful to be back. I missed you all so much.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to
The world's changing, Guardian. You must prepare and adapt.
forge multiple weapon frames, lost forges, the Black Armory.
Even with the most difficult ciphers, all that is required.
I'm gonna go over there for a second. Fire Emblem! That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Merbo. How you going today, mate? Yeah, I'd love to get Fire Emblem. But if I can... I have a list here. I need to add to this list. So coming out tomorrow is a game called Control, which is made by the guys who made Alan Wake. I might get that game. Blair Witch and the Dark Pictures come out at the end of this month also, but I might save those for October. Link's Awakening comes out the 20th of September. Call of Duty comes out 25th of October. I guess Ghost Recon comes out the 4th of October as well, so... And then Star Wars comes out in November. So basically, you know, I have like a game that I wanted to play all the way up until December. But I'd really love to, like, you know, jump into some more single player games. If I can. Switch is collecting dust. Haven't played anything since Mario. Dude, Mario Odyssey was a amazing game though. Yeah, no, I just like the Switch. I just like Nintendo and everything. Just Nintendo games are just so fun. You know, Super Mario Maker was great. I still jump into that every now and again. I'm sure there's like other games that are coming out, but those are the main ones I wrote down a while ago. Yeah, just like some decent single player games. Like if I open up Steam, you know, what's out at the moment? You know, Remnant I heard's doing pretty well. Yeah, it's very positive. I don't know if it's really for me or not. This game looks pretty interesting, telling lies. This kind of looks like a Little Night. Oh, they announced Little Nightmares 2. So friggin' keen. But if I go to like games, see popular tags. If I go to like single player, Crazy Driver. I mean, Steam's not the best for giving me all the best games, but Rad looks pretty good too. Looks alright. A Rogue Light. But no, I've just been really thinking about like some Nintendo games. I would love to play Sekiro as well. One game I never really played. I never really had the money for it. But yeah, just something about, and like Pokemon, I might get Pokemon Sword and Shield. Pokemon, like when does that come out? 15th of November. I might just write that in here. So that's a November game. Oh, that's right, because that comes out the same day as Star Wars. Haha. Wow, okay. That's brutal, isn't it? So I'll write that down there just so I don't forget. But yeah, Pokemon would be pretty cool. You know, I think I'm ready to like stop being an old jerk and just get into a Pokemon game, because like I've always it's you know, it's just a nostalgia thing as well, where I'm just like, you know, Pokemon Red and Blue is just the best Pokemon game ever made. You know, the first 3 generations were really good, and to me, I thought they just, you know, just, I don't know, went too far, too many Pokemon. The Pokemon is stupid now. My dog's barking. I'm sure there's still stupid Pokemon. Let's do these bounties then, eh? Boss Forge, Ignition. Okay, let's do it. These forges. Are they only on, like, the European zone? Any ones I can find? I don't know. Vladimir! How you going, mate? How you going today? I think they're trimming down the amount of Pokemon in the new games. Yeah, but are they taking away from, like, the OG Pokemon? That makes me... I mean, that's just something I have to get over, right? Yeah, that's on me. That's not on Pokemon. They can't just do the same 100... I mean, they can't. They could. They can't just do the same 150 Pokemon every single game. I think it would have been cool... I mean... Maybe it would have been cool if, like, they just did a whole new 150 for every single game. That might have been really hard. That might be maybe too hard. Now that I think about it, that would be pretty brutal. Make a whole new 150 every single game. Play Silver and Gold. I think it says overwent. What was the... Let's look at Pokemon generations right now. Pokemon Generations list. So we got. So we got red and blue. Absolutely perfect games. Amazing. Gold, silver, and crystal. They were really good. Ruby, sapphire, emerald. And then they also released fire red and leaf green. Which, you know, fire red, leaf green are probably the best versions of red and blue. Obviously, they were sort of remade for the, I think it was the Game Boy Advanced, possibly. Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, I think that's when I dropped off. I tried getting back into it with X and Y. They released Black and White, Black 2, White 2. And then Sun and Moon just looked absolutely stupid. Looked absolutely dumb to me. Diamond came on the DS. Yeah, I don't think I liked Diamond that much. Maybe I did actually. Yeah, I did like Diamond. Cause the first, it must have been Black and White that I sort of was like, nah, I'm not touching this. I can't remember. It was either one of those two. I'm gonna say Black and White's where I stopped, so it hasn't been that long. But yeah, first 3 generations were just absolutely perfect. To me, but red, blue, yellow, gold, silver, stop there. But I really miss playing Pokemon. It's just a good game, like a solid, you know, because when I played it as a kid, I didn't think of Pokemon as like a turn-based JRPG or anything like that. I just thought of it as like a Pokemon game. But if you like really just think about it, you know, you know, Pokemon is just a, you know, turn-based game kind of thing. One thing I didn't like about the new Pokemon is, you know, they introduced, you know, a lot of like, they really changed up the Pokemon types and made a lot of Pokemon dual types, so it's really like hard to sort of figure out. And, you know, then they introduced Fairy Pokemon, which just confused the shit out of me. And I was getting older as well. I was definitely getting a bit older as well.
Drinks. Cold.
Holy crap!
Here we go.
12 whole months. Wow, wowie. Yowie, wowie. Doggo, thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate you. As always. How you going today? We're just talking about Pokemon. Gotta catch them all. Yeah, it's, yeah, like, you know, obviously Sword and Shield coming to the Switch is a big deal. Like, coming to an actual console is a big deal. And if it plays anything like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, it's going to be really fun. Just looks nice, plays well. So it's just going to be a matter of me getting over my nostalgia for Red and Blue. I mean, I can always just think Red and Blue's the most perfect games ever made, but you know, maybe I just got to get over it a little bit. I don't know. Right, man, just got done. Ooh, doing some cardio, are you, a friend? Hell yeah, man! I've started walking as well. I started walking last week, so not much. Haven't done much. I started walking the dog after work. So I'm like, mate, I need to start doing some sort of exercise, or I'm just gonna have a stroke one day. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to die. So, yeah, I'm gonna start trying to be a bit healthier. Try my hardest, at least. I mean, going for walks every day is better than no walks, right? That's the thing with exercise, and people are like, I can only exercise this much. It's like, dude, exercising, even just exercising once a week is more than no times a week. So just do it. Just do it. Swimming is good for you. Yeah, swimming's great. I don't know. I don't have a pool though. Unfortunately. Swimming, yeah, swimming is a great form of exercise, especially if you've got bad joints. And if you're a bigger bodied person like I am. Yeah, you! This same walked every day after work until it became a habit. Eventually became a jog when I got fit. Holy shit, 25k in a year? That's insane, dude. Well done, man. Yeah, that's the thing. It's all habits too. Exercise. If you're just like, yeah, that's just the thing I do. I go for walks after work. It's like, it just becomes a lot easier. I need to get some better shoes though. That's one thing. I think my runners at the moment are a little bit past their prime. So I'll need to get some better shoes eventually. Oh wait, we do it? Damn, that's awesome, Erbo. Hell yeah, man. Well done. How long have you been doing your cardio for, Doggo? I feel like I'm sleeping a little bit better as well when I go for walks. Probably gotta get, tire myself out and all that. Just feel a bit better. In general, just doing some physical activities. Oh, alright. Oh. Oh. Yeah, it's good because I get to take Sandy for a walk and everything, and she's getting exercise, I'm getting exercise. It's all win-win, really, isn't it? Sandy is she's a mixed breed. I'm not 100% sure, because she was Stacy's dog, basically. But she kind of looks like a bit of a cattle dog. Like a bit of a cattle dog mixed with something else. I'll show you in a second. Yeet. So this is... Oh, where's my... This is Sandy. Well, I try not to die. That's us playing ball in the backyard. But yeah, that's us just hanging out playing some ball. Yeah, it looks like she's got a bit of like cattle dog. Bit of something else. She is she turns 7 this year. She's even one of my emotes. Yeah, she's very well behaved. Stacy did a very good job training her. I mean, she still, you know, is a dog. She'll still bark at things sometimes, but she's probably one of the most well behaved dogs I've ever seen in my life. How many did I get done? Yeet. Super kills. Machine gun kills. Okay, I might have to use my machine gun. Lucky I got a machine gun. I might just go solar. Because I can get a few more kills with the solar. With the solar super. Try and get that bounty done. No, it's just current girlfriend. Yeah, we've been together for 6 years. Yeah, 6 years in July. I don't think she'll ever be an ex. She's stuck with me forever and ever. She's stuck with me for the rest of her life. Okay, I got the machine gun. Yes. I'm just gonna like dismantle this. You back in a bit? No worries, Mobo, man. I still don't understand the Black Armory fully. Like, do another one. Yeah, I don't fully understand it. Yeah, so, yeah, I'd love to play a few more single-player games. There are a few games coming out. A few newer games coming out that'll be pretty fun. I mean, I'll always have Destiny 2. I'll always have Rainbow Six. But yeah, I just want to, like, branch out a little bit more. Especially I want to, like, you know, look into getting some more Nintendo games, as well. Also in the news, oh Jesus Christ, I am getting closer to getting some podcasts out in the world, and you heard that right, guys. I said podcasts. 2. Two podcasts. Stop shooting at me, mate. So the first podcast I am doing will be with, you'll hear with me, Mr. LionXV himself. And we'll be doing a gaming podcast together. Just working out... Basically just working out like our list of games at the moment. And just getting, you know, working out a display picture. I'm just working out how to actually set up a podcast and not record it, I guess just put it together and release it. You know, it's a lot different to just releasing like a YouTube video or stream or whatever. It's a bit more into it. Missed. So that's the first one, and the second podcast I want to do is a movie podcast with Stacy. So yeah, with the game podcast, it's basically just gonna be Lion and myself, and we are going to take like a deep dive, a bit of a retrospect into one game a week. I can't see. So yeah, say we'll pick a game. It's not necessarily going to be like a retro game. It's probably not going to be like a game that came out last week. You know, a few games I would love to do. A few recent games I would love to do would be like The Last of Us. You know, I'd love to do one of The Forest, because that was a game me and Lion played through together. There. And then all the way back to like, you know, Battletoads or something like that. So yeah, it'll probably be like, no, nothing's off limits. But probably not like a recent game, like, you know, like a Wolfenstein, Youngblood, or... Not gonna be like that, I don't think. Unless the new game comes out that we both really love, possibly. But there might be weeks where we'll pick a game that, you know, I necessarily haven't played much of that Lion really likes. Or there might be a game one week where I really like it and Lion hasn't played it. I'm holding one. And then we'll just talk about it. Talk about our thoughts about the game and a bit of like, you know, a bit of info, a bit of fun facts, etc, etc. And then, yeah, so Stacey and I are going to start a movie podcast, which is basically going to be very similar to where we'll pick a movie every week and just talk about it. We might have like other things added in. I am getting flicked all around the room. Yeet. This water's hard. I would also love to start a third one. I mean, am I thinking like too much too soon? Maybe, but it's just something I've always wanted to start a podcast. You know, even before I started streaming, I wanted to do a podcast back when I was doing YouTube videos. I guess one thing that stopped me was I just never, you know, never had a good idea about it and never found someone good to do it with. I don't know, I'd love to do a third podcast. I would love to still do it in like a gaming sense. So have a gaming podcast, movie podcast. I'd love to have like another gaming podcast. Or I don't know, just something podcast. You know, I could just have a purely just like gaming news podcast. I'm still thinking of like solo podcast ideas, but that's very hard. It takes a lot of time, depending on what kind of podcast it is. But generally, a lot of the solo podcasts are very, I don't know, like story based. You know, fiction based or like informational, educational, I guess is the right word. Informational, I don't think is an actual word. Gotcha. Defeat enemies, use super. Okay, yep. And one more machine gun kill. Nice. Destination. I'm gonna go back here for a second. That'd be cool. So yeah, in the middle of sourcing out some new microphones for Stacy and myself, so we can, you know, start this podcast, get it ready. But I have names for both of them, but I'm going to keep that a surprise. And yeah, just sort of like sussing out some artwork, trying to do my own artwork. See what looks the best. And then yeah, just start getting recording. I'm going to try and have a try and get a line on the D chords sometime this week or sometime this weekend, so we can, you know, really knuckle down and plan it out on like what we're gonna, how to structure it, basically. Tidal Dawn. Does that look cool? I mean, it looks alright. Will look cooler colors. Just straight up, just black.
Thank you for shopping at Eververse.
You're welcome. So yeah, very, very excited to start those up. That was weird. But yeah, I'd love to do a third podcast. I don't know if, yeah, maybe I'll ask some other friends, see if they have any ideas that they've wanted to do. Maybe we can work something out. I think maybe Divine wanted to start a podcast. I think that'd be pretty cool. I don't know what we'd start about. I mean, a third podcast. I did have an idea actually.
What can the
I
Black
lied.
Armory do for you today?
Crucible, public events, Gambit. The Dreaming City? I don't think I can get to the Dreaming City. Get that one. Ah, okay. Aye. What am I looking at? Ute. Okay, so this one. Cover weapon core from Storm Black Army crate, outskirts or Gulch the EZ. Obtain photonic power cells from the Cabal. I think I know who, possibly. Maybe not. Okay, let's just jump in. Let's just jump right in. Yeah, so the third podcast idea I would love to do would be to be a... I mean, it would be awesome to do like another gaming one. I don't know if that is... To me, and my skill base, there's only so much I could probably do in the gaming world with a podcast. I've also thought about maybe getting into like reviews. You know, sussing out like that journalism route. It would be so awesome to get a job in gaming, somehow. But being in Australia, I don't know how well that would go. I mean, you could always try. I don't know if I'm good enough, but yeah, third podcast I've been thinking about is doing like I've always wanted to do like maybe a podcast on like one show, whether it be like The Simpsons or The Office or Family Guy or South Park or whatever. But I thought it'd be cool to do, maybe not to be that niche, and maybe do like a cartoon podcast. So we still do like, say, we'll still do like one episode a week, right? But we'll do like, say you do the season 1 of The Simpsons. So for the whatever 8 weeks, 10 weeks, or however long that season goes for, we'll do an episode of season 1 of The Simpsons every week. Once that's done, we'll go to another cartoon. Maybe we'll go to Futurama. Maybe we'll go to Family Guy. Maybe we'll go to Drawn Together or South Park or something. Whatever. Go to another cartoon. Do a whole season on that next cartoon. Oh, really? Go away, mate. Don't attack me, mate. Arrgh. I thought, yeah, that'd be a pretty cool. I thought that'd be a pretty cool idea. I mean, I'd love to go as niche as possible. I know there are probably already good Simpson podcasts out there. I mean, Simpsons is probably one of the ones I would do. Because I've loved The Simpsons ever since I can remember. You know, The Office would be another good one. Yeah, it would just be a matter of like finding someone who, you know, likes The Simpsons as much as I do, and I guess somebody wants to do a podcast on it and watch an episode a week. I mean, yeah, as I say, there are a lot of Simpsons podcasts out there already, but yeah, there are a lot of Twitch streams out there too. But look who's still streaming. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Does that make sense? So that'd be the third one I'd love to do. So yeah, it'd probably be like that or gaming news. I was thinking about doing some gaming news with the one with Lion, but I think I might just keep that one just like deep divey, just one game a week, not worry about gaming news, and maybe save that for like a whole separate podcast. I mean, yeah, it sounds like I'm trying to do way too much. And I probably am. But it's something I just really want to do and really want to try and make it work. You know, I love streaming. It's so fun. I guess I wouldn't do it if I didn't love it. But I feel like I can't just rely on streaming just to get new people to come and watch. If that makes sense. And I did try to do Twitch and YouTube, but I feel like, you know, those two things are very similar. I feel like a podcast is very different to YouTube. Other things I was thinking of is maybe just doing podcasts and a YouTube and maybe not streaming anymore, but I just like streaming. I think it's just really good to connect with people in a stream. Yeah, I saw that game too, I was going to call you Rad. I did see that game, Teeks. It looks pretty cool. Honestly, I don't know much about it. I might have to watch, maybe when I go back to my home world, I'll watch a video or something. I haven't seen a trailer or anything about it, so I'm not 100% sure about what the game is, but I know a game called Rad, it's gotta be pretty cool, right? Right? Give me these damn photonic power cells, please. If I could find you now, things would be better. But yeah, I just want to, like, you know, just get into some single player games, Teeks. I think it'd be pretty fun. Change it up a little bit. Or just stick with like a one single player game a month and sort of mix that up with Destiny. Might probably end up what I'll do. How many power cells do I need, mate? Please. 3 more. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Yeah, I want to check out that Rad trailer. That should be it. Now what do I do? Multi kills, Cabal kills. Get multi kills to hit Cabal with auto rifles. Okay. Okay, I have an auto rifle. Hopefully this is a Cabal one. 80s apocalyptic game. Is it? Is it pixel art or is it just very cartoony? I can't remember like the look of it. If I could find you now, things would be better. And it's like a rogue light game as well. Must kill Cabal with auto rifle. Cartoon, just a cartoon, not pixelated. But once I can get this pursuit done, this bounty, we'll have a look. I think multi kills with the assault rifle. I mean, we'll do this event. Hopefully, it's Cabal. And I'll go back to Le Tower, and we'll watch this watch a trailer for the game, see if it's any good. But yeah, Control comes out this week, so I might start playing Control at the end of the week. If I could find you now, things would be better. Please be Cabal.
Injection rig approaching,
I think
Guardian.
it is.
You know what to do. Let's do this. Hit them where it hurts.
I will. Come here, you bastard, man. Damn it. Too strong.
That's all the vets. Here we go.
Take one of those. Yes. Lined it up perfectly. Too easy. Too easy. Oh, yuck.
Blew up the rig again, did they? You know what I say about you, Guardian? You do things big, and you do them with style.
Yeah, how much did that do I get? A few multi-kills. Okay, well. Let's go back to Le Traveler. And watch this, grab this trailer. Rad trailer. Rad game trailer. Official launch trailer. Also, I saw something. New games in September. Maybe we'll watch that as well. Maybe we'll have a little break. Little Kit Kat. Okay, bring you over here. Okay. I think I muted.
The Nintendo Switch that, frankly, I've been looking forward to ever since I heard of. So the setup for this game is a moon colliding with the planet and the radiation.
We have lived in the shadow of those who came before us.
Yeah,
As far as I'm
rad.
concerned,
It is to the youth that we must turn now.
basically
Who will make this sacrifice? The Mech Commander / Mech Warrior Battletech universe type stuff, and I'm okay with that. I like both. It also looks pretty cool in that you'll be able to actually sever pieces.
I was like, what the fuck is talking to me? Okay. Okay, so that's the art style.
Yes, I can see it in your eyes.
So I'm assuming you just go around killing things, getting as far as you can, and maybe getting special power-ups and skills along the way. And then if you die, you lose the power-ups and
You
skills.
must be remade.
Very 80s, isn't it? Very 80s. Looks pretty cute though. Looks like you get some good, maybe get some gear as well. This is called Rad.
Who will make this sacrifice?
On the Switch. And Steam.
Yes, I can see it in your
Rad.
eyes.
What's some actual gameplay?
Ryan McCaffrey with IGN, joined by Lee. It's just a loot cave. So it seems like the aesthetic of the game, the sort of tone of it, is sort of almost like a future 80s.
You can trade with them, and
You like that top-down
side quests that you
Diablo
can do
kind of
sometimes. We have, you know,
twin stick shooter.
And finer modes, and that sort of thing. Well, I'm hoping.
That's fair enough. I also want to watch this video. If you guys will bear with me. Just see if there's any new games
September's
coming
coming up quick and has got a hell of a lineup of games. Hi folks, it's Falcon, and today on Game Ranks, the top 10 new games coming out in September 2019.
Coming in at number 10, Daemon X Machina, which is a new mech game for the Nintendo Switch that, frankly, I've been looking forward to ever since I heard of. So the setup for this game is a moon collided with the planet, and the radiation it emitted turned artificial intelligence against humans. As far as
I'm not really big
concerned,
on
that's
mech
just
games.
a fine setup for a mech game. Basically, we're looking at a highly stylized, high-energy, large-scale mech combat game that I think leans a lot on the sort of Japanese anime conception of how mechs work, rather than like the mech commander slash mech warrior Battletech universe type stuff, and I'm okay with that. I like both. It also looks pretty cool in that you'll be able to actually sever pieces of an enemy mech and use them against that enemy mech. But probably the most interesting part is the fact that it's a 4-player co-op game.
There's a
and
lot
I'm
of
really
shit on
looking
that
forward
screen.
to jumping into
Wow.
some mechs and causing some havoc with some friends. Daemon X Machina is coming exclusively to Switch on the 13th. Coming in at number 9, Pro Evolution Soccer 2020, the 19th installment of the game. They've added eFootball to the title. It doesn't matter to me, it's Pro Evolution Soccer 2020 in my mind. And I'm sure that a lot of people will agree. But the reason for this is that it's definitely
I used to love
shifting
playing
its
soccer
focus
games like
towards the
FIFA. I used to love playing
PSV
FIFA back in the day.
Pro tournaments. As
I think
per
like
usual, it
sports
looks
games
really
have just
good.
gone
It
way
runs on
too
the Fox
simulated
engine.
now.
That's not new to the series,
Where, like,
but we do see some new teams.
when I was growing
as well
up,
as a new
sports
mode
games were very
called Match
arcadey.
Day mode, which essentially
I kind of
is
miss that. I wish they
Konami
would make a
choosing an
few more like
important
arcadey
match
sports
game
games.
each week, and you'll be able to pick which team you're representing in it. It honestly seems like
Maybe
some
people don't
intriguing
want that, though. Maybe
developments in
that's
the
why they
series. eFootball Pro Evolution Soccer
went full
2020,
simulation.
a whirl when it hits Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One on the 10th. Moving on to number 8, it's Code Vein, which is an action RPG that, at first glance, it has at least some stuff in common with Dark Souls. The type of gameplay we see is very Dark Souls-ish. It's published by Bandai Namco, and developers have cited Dark Souls as a source of inspiration.
Looks like an anime
Now,
Dark Souls.
It takes place in a very different world, however, and of course has quite a different style in that it is very anime-oriented. The game takes place in a post-apocalyptic vampire dystopia, which I'm perfectly fine with. I know we've had a million dystopia games, but I mean, maybe that's indicative of something in real life and not necessarily a problem of them making a lot of dystopia games. I'm happy to see a vampire one. That is an anime one too. They've been pretty light on talking on what the game is actually about, but they've been pretty heavy on showing off the combat and gameplay, which looks to me like it's going to be actually very enjoyable. So considering Dark Souls, that's basically the reason you'd come to this kind of game anyways, and it seems like it's probably going to deliver. I'll definitely be trying out Code Vein when it hits Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One on the 27th. Moving on to number 7, NBA 2K20 is hitting in September. Obviously, it features updated rosters and as well as the new version
NBA
of
2K
their
games are pretty fun.
franchise
Not too
league
bad.
mode called My GM 2. They've talked a lot about it being a revamp. Obviously, the game, as per usual, looks amazing, and of course will also give us the kind of gameplay we've come to expect from the series. I actually hope that it's not a massive departure from what we've seen in the past, and I'm more interested in seeing the ancillary things they develop, but I'm not really thinking it's going to be. It's NBA 2K20, and it's hitting PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch on September 5th. Moving on to number 6, we're going to see FIFA 20 this month.
Fuck,
and
is
with
it like...
FIFA, we actually know quite a bit about the types of changes
Wow, it's
they're
like
bringing
sports
to it.
month.
First, they've really beefed up career mode.
Whoa,
which
futsal.
in previous releases hasn't really been a big deal.
That's cool.
But apparently they're taking a bit of a page out of the Journeys playbook and moving on to actually try to include choices and skill development that actually affects the future of players and teams. But I'll tell you what I'm kind of most excited for. Street football is back in the game. Way back in 2005, there's a game called FIFA Street, which they made a few sequels to as time went on, but kind of dropped it after FIFA Street in 2012. This is now a mode that seems to basically just be that game.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Within FIFA 20, and that makes me really happy because I like FIFA Street. And from what I understand, the game also is attempting to add a little weight into the pace of the game, which I find interesting. But until I'm actually able to play it, I'm not sure exactly what to say about that. I am looking forward to it, and I certainly will play it when it hits Windows, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and iOS on the 29th. And coming in at number 5, it's Greedfall. Now, this is a very different looking game to me, which is about an island that's discovered and colonized while the native elves defend themselves. It's kind of high fantasy 17th century colonialism, which is not something you see very often. What's interesting is, on top of the combat and stealth that the game talks about, it also adds in the idea of diplomacy, which hopefully is somewhat deep. On account, what this game is about is more or less a possible genocide, because you can align yourself with either the colonists or the elves, and from the sounds of it, it seems like you have some degree of control over what you end up doing. If it functions as a historical allegory to anything that's actually happened in the real world, it's got some pretty dark areas it could go to, but that also sounds very much like the stakes will be very high. In the video game world, that's what we call an actually good premise for a game. So a big congratulations to the developers, Spiders. You've come up with one damn intriguing concept for a game, and I really can't wait to see exactly how well
it doesn't really look like my thing.
Greedfall is hitting Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One on the 10th. Moving on to number 4, The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening has been remade for the Switch.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that
I
one.
couldn't be happier about this. From the art style they've chosen, which doesn't depart too far from what we've seen from Legend of Zelda, it is still slightly new and yet reminiscent of the times past in this absolutely landmark series and title within it. Link's Awakening has always been kind of a hidden gem of the series. It takes the gameplay as it was developed for the Super Nintendo iteration, Link to the Past, and plops Link into a new situation, a dream world. Now, if you've ever played the original game, it's phenomenal, and this remake looks amazing. It brings so much of stuff that I remember pretty distinctly into a fully realized 3D world that just oozes with personality, and I cannot wait to sit down and play this game. The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening is coming to the Switch on September 20th. Moving on to number 3, The Surge 2 is hitting. Now, if you played the original Surge, it's kind of like Techno Dark Souls. Obviously, there's more to it than that, but I'll just go ahead and say that I rather enjoyed the original Surge, and I'm rather enjoying the design philosophy that they profess to going into the sequel, i.e. much, much bigger. The developers talked about wanting to add a lot more verticality to the Surge 2, and I like the sound of that because it's something that would set it even further apart from Dark Souls, even though obviously as a start point, that's not a bad thing at all. Apparently, the Surge 2 will be offering the player a lot more alternate paths, which ultimately will lead to a lot more variance in what you see in the game. Again, they've touted bigger and much more diverse environments for the Surge 2, which I think is great because the Surge 1 really didn't have like a lack of that. I wouldn't really say the Surge had any distinct lack of anything. It was a pretty damn good game, so bigger and better, I'm there. The Surge 2 is hitting Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One on the 24th. Moving on to number 2, Gears 5 is coming up, where we'll continue the story of Kate Diaz and of course JD Phoenix.
I think hopefully Gears 5 comes out on Game Pass and PC. I think it does.
Talked about Gears of War 4 very much as if it was an analog for Mad Max Fury Road, in which the story mainly concerns Kate Diaz, and JD Phoenix was there in Mad Max's capacity. And this, in a lot of ways, just continues on that path. While we certainly haven't gotten a Mad Max sequel yet, it's nice to know somebody's kind of thinking about how this kind of dynamic might continue. Also, let's be totally real here, it's another Gears of War game. Gears of War has never really steered us too wrong, and I just think that this is an interesting turn for it. I hope that my instincts are right about that. We'll see. Gears 5 is coming to PC and Xbox One on the 10th. And finally, coming in at number 1, it's Borderlands 3.
Oh, yeah,
Borderlands 3, we've waited for you. The extremely stylized, weird, satirical loot shooter. Bonus for you, Monster Hunter World's Iceborne expansion is hitting this month. This stuff takes place after the main story of Monster Hunter. You have to get HR 16. If you're not HR 16, you can't play the expansion. You can buy the expansion, but you're gonna have to beat the game. More or less, it's just more Monster Hunter World, and you get to go trudge around in some ice. So get some ice-resistant gear and get ready. I'm sure this is gonna be good. Monster Hunter World's Iceborne expansion is coming to PS4 and Xbox One September 6th. Contra Rogue Core. It's a twin-stick shooter. It's third person. It's not strictly isometric or anything like that, which is nice because it's definitely nice to see more twin-stick games giving you a little bit more view of the action. That being said, it does look very, very, very over the top. It's an alien invasion game. You're tasked with taking the aliens down, and that could be really good or really bad. We will see. What are you going to play this month? Leave us a comment, let us know what you think. If you like this video,
Very interesting. What about so what do I have to do? So multi kills and Cabal. Okay, I'm gonna try. Hopefully we can get a Cabal aerial zone. If not, I'll just get out and go back to the EDZ. The ED European D zone Z. And then I can, because I don't think haven't done a black market thing yet. I'll do that one pretty easy. And control zones, in any cruise, okay. That's very durable. It's very doable. Okay, let's see what we got. Big Teaks Rad looks pretty cool. I'll definitely maybe watch someone stream it or something. The 80s kids can mutate. Yeah, I'll definitely maybe watch a stream or something on it and see if is anyone streaming it. Well, not anyone I know, but is many people streaming it. I don't remember seeing it on the page. Shit, no one's streaming. There's 3 people streaming it. When did Rad come out? Or was like no one, maybe no one cares? Use their mutated powers. Is this a Cabal? Otherwise I'm getting the motherfucking F out of here. Can't see. They didn't look like Cabal, do they? I can't see. These are not Cabal. I regret everything. Launch, 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 launch. Launch. Bam. See if I can go. I want to go there. I guess I gotta wait for this shit. Turn to the watchtower, follow. Oh, I can go to the Dreaming City. Okay, I might have to do that. Ah. Interesting, lads. We'll see if we get a Cabal one on here and then we can do the Dreaming City thing.
skiff with Glimmer mining equipment aboard, Guardian. Interested?
So they gotta get Sandy inside. Just barking. I don't think this is gonna be a Cabal one. I think this is gonna be a. Oh, I think Cabal. Oh, it's Cabal here. Whether it helps me or not, I don't know. Alright. Jesus.
We'll teach them not to dig around here.
I have full confidence in you.
I guess the multi-kill is probably gonna be the hardest one. Looks like I just get a whole bunch of Cabal together. Ooh. You know what I can do? Just go to that, just do that ignition mission, because there's Cabal everywhere on that one. I don't know why I'm wasting my time with this. I'll just finish the thing. See where we're at afterwards. Nailed it. I don't know if these guys are Cabal or if they count as multi-kills. Just trying to shoot as many of them as possible. Old mate does not want to die. If I could find you now, it would be better. Let's just double check. Let's see what we're at. Oh, no, it's counting. Oh, we're getting a few multi-kills. Sweet. I mean, if these guys weren't so greedy. I mean, maybe I'll go stand in here, make it faster. I don't know if it makes it faster or not. I mean, this dude's just murdering.
Another impeccable smash and grab. Well done.
Nailed it. I did that one. Okay, so we're gonna go up here. I need to kill at least one thing with a machine gun and then do the rest with an assault rifle. And we should be rightio to go. Also, guys, I finished watching The Boys on the weekend. I finished that in a few days. It was, I mean, it's only 8 episodes long. It was really good. It's a really good show. Highly recommend it. Very different sort of superhero-y kind of show. So good. Carl Urban. I've always liked Carl Urban. Yeah, he was great in Lord of the Rings. He was fantastic in Dread. He's just a fantastic actor, and he's like probably one of his best performances, I reckon. I'll definitely have to say. It would be a shame if someone headshot. Reckon I can make it. I think you can. Oh, okay, you can't. Maybe on a different one you can. Maybe on a mini sparrow you can. Let's do it. Oh, you watched The Dark Tower. What did you think, Teeks? Have you... Okay, so first question. Have you read any of the books? Or did you know anything about The Dark Tower before you watched it? And what did you think about it? If I could find you now. I didn't read any of the books. Oh, Jesus Christ. Save some for Poppy. That's right. You should kill that one with the machine gun first. There we go. Jesus, the other world more interesting than Earth. Yeah, it is. There's all different worlds, so that's just like just a scratch. But even like 0.01% of what is really out in the universe. But what did you think overall? Roland Deschain from Midworld. You have forgotten the face of your father. It was okay, yeah. At least she thought it was okay. I didn't really like it at all. You know, after reading the books and everything, it's a bit of a disappointment of the movie. I think the TV series, the upcoming TV series they're working on right now is going to be a lot better. 100%. God, I gotta be pretty close to, okay, I got all the multi-kills, sweet, now it's gonna kill Cabal. Because yeah, they're basically trying to fit 7 books worth of story and lore and characters into one movie. So that's why it just feels a little bit all over the place, basically. Yeah, Cable we talk about the Dark Tower and then Cable just comes out of nowhere. How you going, my friend? How you going today? Thank you for the host. Appreciate you. How are you going today? Gotcha. On a quick break, I'm doing well, my friend. I'm doing well. Just getting over the big sick, which is nice. I can talk without being in pain. Yeah? How was your weekend? Or I guess just technically still on the weekend, but did you get up too much? Let me kill the Cabal. Okay, 6 more. I know that was a bit overkill, but ooh, died. Always helpful. Oh, you work every weekend. When's your like time off, technically? Or is it different every time? Shit, I need to kill 4 more. Okay, I can do this. Okay. Yes, nailed it. But to do anything else with it? You get Monday nights off? Brutal. Such a hard worker. It's like 6 days a week. Is there anything else I need to do? Precision kills. Okay. I can do precision kills. The wood creature in the old house was neat. Yeah, it's sort of. I forgot the name. I don't even know if it had a name. Cavell might be able to remember when he goes into that house in the Dark Tower. When he goes into the house to get brought into Midworld for the second time. I don't know if the house had a name or not. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool in the movie. Yeah, the house demon. That was a cool part of the movie. I thought that was really cool. Dutch Hill, that's right. Maybe I should reread the books. I can't be. I like tried starting to read some other books, but I'm like, I can't do it. Like, what do you read after the Dark Tower and not be like sad? Like, there's not much. If I could find you now. It just finished? Star. I know. I feel like I have to. Like, I tried starting to read The Stand, so I've been interested in that book for a while. But it's very long, and it's dragging out. But I don't think it's not dragging out like. I think it's just dragging out because it's such a long story, and he wrote it in such a long way, and it's like the extended version. I was reading like the bit at the start, and I've got the extended version, so he's even added more stuff into it. So that's a big yikes. I don't know. It's kind of cool. I kind of want it to like I don't know when it's like gonna. You know when you like read a book and they like introduce characters and all that, and then like the sort of start of the story or the adventure or the journey or whatever like starts. I don't feel that with The Stand. I don't know, maybe I just haven't gotten up to that part. But I guess one of the main reasons I wanted to read it, because I was interested in the story. It sounded cool, and then also Walter was in it, Randall Flagg, whatever you want to call him. He's in the story as well. So I kind of want to read it and see like what he does in that world and in that story. I don't know if I can though. It's just a little bit too long for me. But I kind of just feel like reading The Dark Tower all over again. Like, I reread, like, after I finished the series, I went back and reread, like, the first third of the first book. Because, like, of everything. I don't want to spoil it for anyone. I don't know if anyone's actually going to read it. But it's just, like, how it happened and all that. I kind of wanted to go back and reread the first book. And just, it kind of blew my mind. I was like, oh my god. Like, I'm sure he would have had to rewrite that first book from the original way he wrote it to fit in with the rest of the story. Wilbur, listen to in the car. Yeah, it's pretty. I listened to I got the audiobook and the actual book. So when I was reading, I could follow along. I think I did that with like the third book onwards. Which helps a lot. I think I might go back with the first and second book and get the audiobook. Cause you just like you won't miss anything with an audiobook. You have to sort of listen to every single thing they say. Yeah, I guess it will help in the car. I mean, at the moment in the car, I'm either listening to like some new albums or mostly podcasts. So I'll listen to like my weekly podcasts that I enjoy, and then once I run out of podcasts I like, I generally go and listen to some music, a new album or whoever's releasing some shit, or check out some new bands or listen to some old stuff. Hello. I kind of want to do something, lads. Hold up. Just relax. Give me a few more precision kills. Yeah, it's just like I just don't know what to read after it. It's blown my mind. It's the best thing I've read. It's the best thing I'll ever read. It's my favorite story of all time. Just whether it's movie, game, or book, whatever like medium it's on, it's my favorite story of all time. It's just too good. Nothing will beat it. Stop shooting me, please. Yeah, very, very excited about the TV series, of course. That's gonna be freaking pretty epic. Oh, I'm gonna be close to all the precision kills, right? Away. Jake Chambers. I don't think I've ever been so emotional in a story as well. Especially in those last few books with everything going down and all the sad parts. Much sad. Much sad. Oh god. Okay. Oh, my glimmer's full. Oh no. Oh no. Whatever will I do? I'm glad they're raising the glimmer limit. I think they're raising it to 250,000 from what I heard. Which would be nice. Very nice. But yeah, Cable, what have you been up to, my friend? Been playing any games lately, or you been Doing anything exciting? The one thing I didn't like, another thing I didn't like about the Dark Tower, I'm going to rant about this for a while now because Teeks put it into my head. The one thing I also didn't like about the Dark Tower movie was, oh, now to collect some seeds. God damn it. God, how many steps? Jesus Christ. How many steps do I need to do in this thing? Shit's brutal. Okay, so I need to go. Might as well go back and do that again. Yeah, one thing I didn't like about the movie also was there was a few big things that, oh, there's many things that annoyed me, but one thing that I didn't like was Roland's intentions. What Roland wanted to do is different. I feel like it's different in the book. In the movie, he's like fixated on revenge. Where in the books he's obviously fixated on the Dark Tower and getting to the Dark Tower. I think there's still a little bit of him wanting to kill Walter for what he did, what he's done to his life. But I feel like everything that Roland did revolved around getting to the Dark Tower, where in the movie he just wanted to kill Walter, and that's about it. But it's as I said before, it'd be so hard to try and fit that story, or most of that story, even a little bit of that story, into one movie. It's definitely, I think, we'll be better off with a TV series, so they could expand it out, expand the books out, the world. And it's cool that they're starting with the Wizard in Glass and a young Roland. I think that's really cool. Yeah, you. Will this guy give me like seeds? Parents weren't in it much. Nah, and like obviously, you know, the Dark Tower was written in the 70s and 80s and 90s, and I guess Jake's relationship with his parents are different to the books than they were in the film. I guess one positive of it is Matthew McConaughey played that role really well. I can't really imagine many other people playing that role as well as he did. I think he nailed it. And just, yeah, the relationship between Jake and Roland is different, but I think that's because it's a movie and they can't fit in a whole relationship arc in one like hour-and-a-half movie. Yeah, just so much I have problems with. There are some cool moments, but overall it's not a yeah, it's hard. It's hard when you love the books so much and you wish it was just like the books, but it's not. It's not. And it would have been cool to set it in the era of the books as well, you know, in the 80s and all that. And there's just so much more to the story and the world and the universe and everything. There's so much more in the books that you just can't do in a movie. I'd be surprised if they could even nail it in a TV series. It's just so much. It's ridiculous. So much philosophy as well. Just yeah, it's different philosophies and yikes. Jinkies. Ooh, I'm getting some seeds from that guy. Be gone, hellhounds. That's a few more seeds. I think it would have been better to set it in the 80s and 90s. You know, especially with how well Stranger Things is going as well. And just the nostalgia around that. I think putting it in that time period helps with the overall philosophy and the overall story of the Dark Tower compared to making it in modern time. There's going to be a few things that are a bit confusing that they'll have to change. But I think that's just what happens though with books to movies. Is they have to change things, you know, to make it a movie. I don't know why, but yeah, they have to change it. Well, they don't have to, but they just do, unfortunately. So it's just something I'm gonna have to live with. Will it be the perfect? Will there ever be a perfect Dark Tower TV series or movie? Probably not. I got a radiant seed. Give me your radiant seeds. Surely I have 10. Oh, I needed 20. Okay. But yeah, like as I said, Matthew McConaughey nailed it. I think Idris Elba did a very good job as Roland. Obviously, he's not the type of person I envisioned as Roland. I'm not trying to say a black person can't be Roland, but I guess just what I envisioned in my head was more of like a Clint Eastwoody or a McCree from Overwatch kind of vibe. But I think Idris Elba did an amazing job. I thought he was great. And he played the role pretty well with what he had. And Jake was really good too. I thought they all did really well. I would just love to see, you know, Eddie and Susanna as well. They could have. I don't know if I've watched the movie a few times. Because I just, as much as I like rag on it, it's like the only thing I have. So I'm like, I'll just watch it because it's the only like Dark Tower movie. But I'm like, there's not even any like Eddie. Not that I've found. There could be. I haven't seen any like Eddie or Susanna Easter eggs. Which would have been cool. I don't know how they would have done it. They'll figure it out. Seems too nice though. Like he's not heartless. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I'm not saying Idris Elba. I'd like someone else because Idris Elba is black. I'm sure those people that were like, Roland can't be black, and those people are absolute stupid. I thought he did pretty well, but yeah, because Idris himself just seems like a nice dude in real life. But I thought he did pretty well. I mean, he would have been cool for like a later in the book series Roland. Just because how he his character changes a bit. And how he like sort of grows a bit as a person. I think Idris would have been pretty good with that. But yeah. Movie's okay, the stuff they crammed into it. The end was, oh, it was so dumb. Didn't make any sense. It was just weird. Like, that's what I mean. Like, I love to get people's, Eclipse, how you going, man? I'd love to get people's perspective of the movie if they haven't read the books. And just like why, like, and they don't even explain why he wants to destroy the Dark. Oh, he might have actually. I can't remember, to be honest. Why he wants to destroy the Dark Tower. How you going today, Eclipse, man? Bad. But it is the word. I like the dynamic between Data and Roland, and that was lost with that casting. Oh, the dynamic in the books? That's a distinctly American thing. Data, that time period, would be after him. Wait, no, Data wasn't in the movie, was she? Bad. No, she was not. Okay. I was like, man, I need to rewatch. If I miss that, I need to go rewatch it and slap myself in the face. What Stephen King things were in the movie? I mean, the whole. I guess it's a whole Stephen King movie. There would feel like other Easter eggs, and I guess the idea of the Dark Tower, is basically all of Stephen King's books are technically in the Dark Tower universe. It's kind of, I'd love to explain it, but slowly dying on the side with these online fighting games. Up a priority for everyone else. Ooh, what games you play, man? That kills the sequel tension right away. Yeah, it really does. Cause it's like, oh, you're saying because Roland is white in the books. Okay, I'm sort of understanding now. And it's like, why would Detta be angry with Idris because he's black, kind of thing? Like, she wouldn't have a problem with him. She'd probably like him, to be honest. Yeah, I get what you're saying now. It took me a while. Yeah. That would have been, yeah, that definitely would have been lost. Yeah, I kind of wish they did it in the 80s. That would have been cool. And I mean, it wouldn't, because a lot of the movie was in Midworld. Maybe it was half-half. I feel like a lot of the movie was in Midworld, that doing Earth, Keystone Earth in the 80s wouldn't have been too difficult. I mean, they do it in so many movies. They could do it. Americans take it differently, though. We read it and go, oh shit. Oh shit. I know you might have to explain that one, Cable. How do you... The Detta-Roland relationship, you take that differently because you're American? You was looking for Penny's balloon. Pennywise, see, there is a moment when they're Roland and Jake are sitting by the fire, whatever, and there's like an old carnival, an old circus thing, and one of the big carts or the trucks or whatever on the side has Pennywise the dancing clown, or Pennywise the clown, on the side of it. That was like a big one I saw. There was probably there's a few other ones that are a little bit more subtle from his other books. Universe Mortal Kombat. Even GTA got to me. Decided to call it early. Check out my man. That's alright. How you been, Eclipse? What are you up to, man? Besides your online fighting games. That's one thing I could never do, man. Online fighting games. I sucked. Oh, yep, so I get returned to... I was good at fighting games when it was just local. When it was just Mortal Kombat 1 or Street Fighter 2. Yeah, definitely, yeah, it's... I mean... I think I saw it straight away, I'm not too sure. Maybe I saw it in the second time. I kind of feel like watching it again. Like, it's... As much as I hate on it, it's kind of like... I mean, it's the only DuckTale movie I have. You saw the hotel in a picture. The, from The Shining. It was like a picture in his bedroom, I think it is, isn't it? You hate packing? What are you packing, Lightning? What you doing, my friend? But yeah, seeing Eddie would have been really awesome. Like, Eddie was just one of my favorite characters. He was just hilarious. He had, like, a great arc. You know, from when we first meet him to when we last meet him. I feel like he probably grew the most, almost. Yeah, I just loved Eddie. He was so good. Okay. What the fuck? Craft the Black Armory Auto Rifle by completing Lander Forge Ignition. Okay. Is it this one? It is. Well, time to do it again. Oh, I had the therapist. There's a few others. I think I watched a video on it a bit ago. All the different, like, Stephen King things. Back to work. No worries, Kev. Always good seeing you, my friend. Always good for a chat. It was so random. We, like, started talking about the Dark Tower, then Cable just shows up. Enjoy the rest of your time at work, and I hope you enjoy your day off tomorrow. The picture was shaking during the earthquake. Yeah, it does sound familiar, actually. Back at uni this week? Rip. Rip. You poor soul. How much longer do you have at uni, by the way? But yeah, Teeks, like, if you do have, like, you know, 50,000 hours spare, I will definitely give the books a read. Very, very good. Sort of, you know, it's a sci-fi, horror, western kind of story with some time travel. Great characters, great action, just brilliant storytelling. But yeah, there are 7 books, which, well, technically 8 books. But yeah, 7 books to read, which might take a while, and they get bigger. Each book gets freaking bigger too. Going to a final year. Ooh, you excited, my friend? You nervous? So I looked more to Destiny 2. Oh, dude, there's a shit. Like, when was the last time you played it? There's a shit ton to do, my friend. A shit ton. Like, I'm just doing, like, this one little measly part, and it's, like, taking me the whole stream. Maybe because I'm slow and useless, but... Ignite the Forge. So the 8th book, oh fuck, what's it called? I forgot what it's called. Well, like, the 7th book ends the story or whatever. The 7th book is the end, and then Stephen King wrote an 8th book, which takes place between I think it takes place between the third and the fourth book. I don't know why he wrote that. I haven't read it yet. So after I finished like the main books, I was just like, oh, I kind of don't want to go back to another book kind of thing. Yo, Wild Pixel, how you going, man? What's new, my friend? How was your weekend? Ugh. So yeah, it was kind of like yeah, set between I think the third and the fourth books. I will read it eventually. I think it was called Through the Keyhole. I think that's what it was called. I can't remember. I can't remember. I stopped after beating it when it first came out. I found out when I deleted it, they were releasing the first DLC pack. Oh man, yeah, like, you know, like, we played through, on stream, we actually played through the OG Destiny 2, the OG story, then we played through Curse of Osiris, then we played through Warmind, and then we played through Forsaken. Curse of Osiris, it was pretty meh. Warmind was pretty meh. It was alright. Nothing too exciting. And then it wasn't until Forsaken we started playing through the Forsaken. I was like, oh, okay, this story is actually pretty cool. You know, worth sort of getting into kind of thing. Where, you know, the first two DLCs were pretty fucking average, to be honest, compared to the original Destiny story and Forsaken. I thought Forsaken was a pretty amazing story. Oh, missed. Ah, I got that dude in the back. You want to go swords, mate? Fucking... See, I'm just doing like Black Armory stuff. I've never done like a full Black Armory thing, so I've just been doing that tonight just to see what's up. Basically. Not bad, nice relaxing, done some, done a little... Oh, you're playing Wildlands? Hell yeah, man. Are you going to be getting the new Ghost Recon when it comes out? I'm thinking about it. Because it comes out the start of October, and then Call of Duty comes out at the end of October. So I definitely might see how much, like, money I have around that time. See how it goes. I might, like, wait for some gameplay. I mean, it looks pretty cool from the trailers. You know, John... What's his name? John Bernthal? The goddamn Punisher's in it, and I love him. He's so awesome. You know, loved him since Shane from The Walking Dead, and then loved him in The Punisher. He's been a few other things, but yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Look, it's not Rainbow Six, I'm right. Yeah. Or Rainbow Six. Yeah, the new operator should go live pretty soon. Yeah, I think I might get into it. Well, it's like, oh, will I play it? Will I play it like after I beat the story? Probably not. I don't think it'll be something I like play endgame stuff with. Because it kind of happened with like The Division 2, where I dropped off it pretty hard after I finished the main story, and I really liked the story to The Division 2. I thought it was awesome. But after that, I was like, man, I can't be fucking grinding. Where like with Destiny is like a pretty fun grind. That's why I sort of am doing it and playing endgame stuff. I think they do the looter shooter probably the best. Destiny does. I feel anyway. Yeah, I definitely see how much it is. Wildlands. You know, I played that on release. It didn't release very well. It was very janky. It crashed quite a bit for me, and I was trying to play with a friend as well. So it's sort of like, didn't make my experience really good with the first game. I wanted to like it too. I think they'll definitely, like, Ubisoft will definitely, hopefully learn from, like, from the first game and how they launched and handled that. Hopefully. I say hopefully because they didn't do that with the Division 2. Ah, balls. And Destiny's pretty easy to pick up. And yeah, it's just, and like with Destiny, the shooting mechanics are just, out of this world. And it's just some of the cleanest and most buttery smooth shooting mechanics of any shooter game ever. You know, same with Rainbow Six. I feel like Rainbow Six just got smooth guns. But you know, that's definitely a different type of game. Rainbow Six to Destiny. But Destiny is just, oh man, the gunplay in Destiny is just smooth. Smooth. Smooth criminal. Let's go, Broncos. Yeah. I love this sword though. Look at that big damage. Big damage plays. Get out of there. Oh shit. I'm stuck! Okay, I'm free. Yeeted. Bounty complete. Ooh. Personal weekly objectives. What? We can only hope, yeah. But Ubisoft, you know, has a good track record of, you know, sticking with their games and working on them until they're good. Like, I'm sure Wildlands is a pretty fun game right now. Are you streaming it, Wild Pixel, or are you just playing it off stream? Ever get into Rocket League? Oh yeah, man, I love Rocket League. I play it here and there. Not too much, but Rocket League is a great game. Did I get my weapon, or is that the weapon they gave me? This one, I think. Let me just check. I think it is. So after all that, I got this. Fast reloading. Piercing rounds. We'll go that one. And we'll add Reese magazine. Probably that one. Oh, picking a color is so hard. Just playing it offline. I think it's streaming the new one though. No worries, Pixel. Thanks for stopping by, man. You have a good night. We'll definitely suss this new gun out. Where do we go? Where do we go now? Yeah. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Where do we go? That freaking song stuck in my head. Rip. This is the gun. Ugh. The gun I worked so hard to get. Not too bad. I guess it's like a little bit stronger. Compared to this one. Yeah, I think I prefer this one. If I'm being honest. Okay, we'll go back here. Finish her up. Who is streaming tonight? Where do we go? Oh yeah, we gotta get Shrifty. Gotta get Shrifty in here. Do it. Shrifty time today. Oh, is anyone keen about the Breaking Bad movie coming out? I mean, it's not gonna have any Walter in it, is it? It's gonna be Walterless. It's gonna be bloody Walterless. I'm keen, I'm interested. Definitely love the Breaking Bad world, so it'd be good to...
You won't regret it.
Thank you, brother. a frame.
You know where to find me.
Okay. Oh, whoa, whoa. Yes, why do I not have that sword on my back? It's bloody beautiful.
You just never quit, do you? Took out golf.
I'll take that.
And now half of what I hear in the streets is how much you and your clan are making a difference. And that's why I started this whole clan thing in the first place.
Oh, did you now?
People are still waiting for the Vanguard to lead the way.
Oh my god.
And Guardians like... See you later.
You're here with me, Lion XV. Pew pew pew! Here you go, man.
Did you want to talk to me?
It's gonna go away. Regular garden, because that one I got was pretty shit. Oh damn, that cape looks sick. Did I hear a line? I'm doing good, man. I'm feeling a lot better. I'm feeling like I can swallow. Lol 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 lol. Yeah, I can eat and drink without dying.
Need something new?
Super nervous for you last year. I guess, yeah, it's sort of like...
Celebrate all of your victories.
It's the now or never, isn't it? Yeah, yeah, yeah. As soon as I said it, lightning, I was like, yeah. I said it.
Always good to
Got
see
some
you,
interesting
Guardian.
topics to do though. What topics you got? Impatience.
Thank you for shopping at Eververse. Not everything Fenchurch sends is safe to sell.
Oh, that's a bloody sassy one. Sassy.
Need some new moves?
Sass.
Maybe a new look?
Lion, are you free?
Good to have you back.
Like tomorrow or
As you will.
Thursday? I'm not streaming tomorrow, I'm not streaming Thursday. Or maybe we'll just wait for the we can wait for the weekend. Might be a bit easier. Long live, and then we'll have that. I was meant to call you on this weekend, but I got distracted with sleeping, unfortunately. I'm so freaking tired. Long live the weekend. Go away, scout rifle. Go away, hand cannon. No one wants you. Go away, boots.
Keep your eyes open.
Yeah, maybe I'll call you on Saturday or Saturday night or something, and I can get some notes together and work out what I want to do / say. Sports nutrition, advanced public health, science communication, vocational module, and dissertation. Those are all just words that literally mean nothing to me. That's brutal. That just sounds way over my head. I'm sure you'll nail it, my friend. Wait, what's that? Oh, that's this lady. Weekly bounties.
Hello, dear. What a nice surprise.
Whew. Food and exercise, people health, talking and science, work placements with review and book writing.
I'm glad Guardians are back in it.
That sounds a lot easier. Sports nutrition, I understood. Advanced public health. Science. Talking in science. Hey, you're not allowed to talk in normal. Not allowed to talk in normal.
Making a purchase?
Rip.
Or are you just here to chat? What do you think of my new space? I'm still decorating.
Who is on at the moment?
I wish I could talk more, but I am working now after all.
Also, letting him come visit me? Yeah. He was probably there. You probably didn't see him. He was hiding in the bushes. I'm gonna send you guys over to my boy Raw Genesis. You don't know him by now. You've been living under a rock. But yeah, guys, I won't be on tomorrow. I'll be on, I'm gonna try Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturdays for a while. And it might come down to just Monday, Wednesday, Friday, when the podcast start. Lion's here. Yeah, I know. I might even start a bit later. Maybe like an hour later. I think starting at 4. Because I've been going. I'm just gonna cancel that raid for a second. Because I've been going for walks after work, and just trying to get a bit healthier. So maybe if I start a bit later. Shillian! Oh my god. Do I have to stay streaming?
Here we go.
Dude, thank you so much for the sub, my friend. Appreciate that. Much love to you. Yeah. What are you up to, Shill? I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Waiting for a few days. I know, I've been pretty sick the past few weeks. Doing mum stuff? Hell yeah. Super mum. But yeah, I think I might start a little bit later. Might try that for a while. See how we go, and yeah, just go from there. Just yeah, because I want to like try and walk after work when I get home from work. So if I start a bit later, it'll give me more time, and I won't have to rush everything. You getting ready for Classic? Hell yeah! Are you gonna stream it? When does that come out? It comes out pretty soon because I see a lot of people getting absolutely hyped for it. Like ridiculous hype for it. Oh, tomorrow? Oh shit, okay. That's why I'm seeing. I saw a picture of, it was on Twitter, I don't know who it was. and they had like meal preps for like a week because they were gonna play the WoW Classic at launch, like for the next like month or something. So he had like a picture of like his meal prep for the week, so he didn't have to like do any food or anything because he's been playing so much WoW. 8 AM. Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah, that's gonna be friggin' massive on Twitch. It's gonna be bloody massive.
I recommend it.
But yeah, I might start a bit later on the Wednesday and the Friday. And then yeah, have a good old call with my boy Lion and work out what we're gonna do with this podcast, and then hopefully start pretty soon. I'm very, very excited, very keen. Just very like also very keen just to do the podcast and like just like I guess the subjects we're doing it on and the games we're gonna be talking about, and then just excited to do something with Lion, just content wise. His Lion is a pretty cool dude, I guess. It'll just be like, you know, an hour of me just making fun of Lion. It'll just be a whole hour of me just roasting Lion every week. Yo, Divine, thank you for the host, my friend. Yeah, I might chill. I don't know. It's like, do I want to go back to that life again? I mean, when I first started playing WoW, I was a bit late into WoW. I never really played the classic. But yeah, I would take days off work just to play WoW. And that's all I would think about. I don't know if I could go back there again. It would be like, youch. Almost had last game chicken dinner and got flanked in a 1v1. That does feel bad. Also, that chicken dinner you got with Squirrel yesterday was freaking awesome. I think it was the first game I watched when I jumped in to say hello. We're setting up a chill guild. I'll be doing like MC on Exia 2 nights a week, and then it's like we're all parent. Yeah, those are the best kind of guilds. Everyone's a parent, and it's not like hardcore. But I feel like for me personally, like I remember playing WoW, and all I would do would like the one thing I loved doing in WoW was mining and selling on the market. That was one of my favorite things to do of all time in that game. I don't know why. It was just so satisfying and so fun to make money in that game. You gotta go and we'll start. No worries, Shill. Thank you so much for the sub, my friend. I'll definitely, now that I'm feeling better, I'll be streaming a bit more, and there'll be some podcasts coming, and I guess while I got some of y'all here, I guess yeah, with the stream, I was saying a bit before, with the stream, I would love to start doing some more single player games. I guess there are some single player games coming out in the next few months, which is nice. Like there's Control, which looks great, and the new Legend of Zelda game, or the remake, coming out on the Switch. I would also love to play some more single player-y Nintendo games. Maybe some like Dark Souls or Bloodborne or Sekiro. I'd love to try out those kind of games on stream. I thought that'd be pretty fun. And just have like Destiny or Rainbow Six as just like a, you know, that's just my like home game kind of thing. You know, especially when like Shadowkeep comes out, I'll probably jump back into Destiny a lot more. When the new operators for Rainbow Six come out, I'll probably jump into Rainbow Six a lot more. But yeah, I would love to play some more single player stuff, some more Nintendo stuff. It's even crossed my mind with the podcast me and Lana doing. It's even crossed my mind to play some of these older games on stream for the week, and then, you know, podcast about them. I don't know if I will. I might. I'll see how we go with that. But yeah, I'm gonna start a few podcasts, by the way, and yes, I say podcasts. It'd be good to follow up the podcast. I'll follow up to it. Yeah, that's what I mean. It'd be pretty cool. Even if I just do like one stream. Let people see gameplay that might have not seen it before. Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. That's an idea. I was like, oh, I could do it like one day a week at least. Maybe on like a Friday or something. What was I saying? I mean, I might even start streaming more. I don't know. Well, I changed my mind so much with my schedule, and that's my bad. I think it's just something I go through. Just it all depends on like where I'm at in life and health and work and stuff and that kind of thing. But yeah. So the first podcast will be with Line. I'm very excited. It's going to be a deep dive retrospective podcast where we discuss a game, one game a week. Either from our childhood or something we really enjoyed a few years ago. Some examples I would love to do an episode about The Last of Us, which is technically not a retro game, but that game came out, what, 5 years now? Like, it's not old, but it's getting on, and that was just a amazing game. Or like a BioShock or something like that, where those games they're not retro, but they're big games in my life. And then even like older games like Battletoads or something like that would be great to talk about. Or I was sending a line of message about even maybe doing like instead of doing an episode of the podcast on the one game, I could do it in like a series where I think an example I used was Tony Hawk's, where like it might be a bit hard to talk an hour about like say Tony Hawk 2, but it'd be fun to go through the whole Tony Hawk series from OG Tony Hawk to the disaster that was Tony Hawk 5. Or Twisted Metal was a big game I loved when I was a kid. But there's not much story or lore to that game to discuss, where it might be cool to do like the Twisted Metal series for an episode. I think that'd be pretty cool. How many years do you think about going back minimum? I don't know. I guess it all depends. Like, I think I sent you a list, and I had The Forest on it, which was technically released last year, but I feel like that was such a special game, especially for me and you and the stream. The Forest was such a special game, But I don't think I'll be doing any newer games that came out this year or anything. We're not probably gonna do an episode on Wolfenstein Youngblood or anything. But we could do an episode on Super Mario Odyssey, which came out only 2 years ago. So probably like 2019 games would be I probably wouldn't want to talk about, but maybe 2017 and like 2 years ago. I guess it all depends. A lot of those games I sent you, there was only a few, maybe The Forest, which was like the most like modern one, was it? Can't remember. Stream is super dead. It's time for bed. No worries, Divine. I appreciate the host, my friend. You enjoy your night, and hopefully I'll see you in a few days. Still waiting for Lion's list of games. Yeah, I have I have BioShock Infinite on that list, which came out in 2013. Firewatch. I think that game came out in 2016 or something. 2016 I guess it all depends on the game as well.
Give the world
Like, I don't want to be like, okay, it's gonna be like at least 5 years old. I think it just depends on the game. But I don't think we'll be doing like newer games. I don't think that'll be our thing. It'll be mostly older games. I guess games that mean something to us. And it'd be cool to see like see Lion's list and talk about games Lion liked, where I might not have necessarily played them as a kid or played them as an adult. Or maybe I might not have even heard of the game Lion wants to talk about, and I think that would be great to discuss that game. Or definitely whatever game we discuss or talk about, whether I know it or not, I'll be, you know, doing research. I might even try and play it a bit. Might even play it on stream, as we were talking about before. So it's not like I'm gonna go into an episode and Lion's gonna talk about, I don't know, what's Lion's favorite game of all time. I'm gonna assume it's you know, Barbie's Funtime Princess Horse Riding Simulator, whatever Lion likes. That's not like I'm gonna be like, well, I don't know that game, so I'm not gonna do any research. I'm just gonna sit here and listen to Lion talk. So I'm gonna, you know, do some research and find out as much as I can about the game. How did you know? Oh, it's just a little guess. You know, do as much research and try and play the game as much as I can, and still give my perspective of the game, but then Lion will give a different perspective of that game, because that game might mean something more to him. You know, whether he loves it or with nostalgia or something like that. But I'm very excited. You know, I'm pretty happy with the list I come up with so far. I can still add more to it. There's still a lot of games I want to talk about. And yeah, I was thinking about Lion. I know I said something about like doing like gaming news. I think I might. I don't know if I want to do that anymore. I think I just want to stick just with the game and anything. The game that that we're talking about, and also taking questions as well. Questions would be pretty cool. Talk about consoles every now and again, but yeah, I'll try and come up with how I feel like it should go. Then when we talk properly, then we can discuss it and go from there. And just bounce some ideas. We can both play games, multiplayer. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Play some games together again. But yeah, so that's the first podcast. Second podcast I am going to do with Stacy. Will be a similar idea, but with movies. So it'll be like a movie podcast where we watch a movie a week and discuss the movie. Pretty simple. You know, movies that I loved as a child, movies that Stacy loved as a child, movies we love, just recent movies, or whatever movies, really old movies, just whatever movies we can think of each week. We'll watch one and then discuss that movie as a podcast, and maybe we're thinking about doing some like trailer reactions as well. Also take questions, and so yeah, very very similar, like just a deep dive retrospect on movies. I would love to do a third podcast. I know I'm getting like way ahead of myself. I would love to do a third podcast. You know, I was thinking about doing like a cartoon podcast where
I wish I could talk more, but I'm working now after.
I watch a season of a cartoon. Let's say I watch season 1 of The Simpsons. So the podcast will be like, it'll just be one episode of that season a week. So one episode 1 will be just one podcast, etc., etc. Oh, maybe I'll do it. I could drag it out if I do each episode instead of doing a season per podcast. And then once, say, I finish the season 1 of The Simpsons, then I could go into, you know, season 1 of Futurama and start doing each episode for each podcast, or South Park or whatever. Just like as soon as the season's finished, and then move on to another cartoon. Then I might come back and do The Simpsons again, or just do like a purely Simpsons podcast, or purely a The Office podcast, or something like that. Just one TV show would be pretty cool. I don't know how that would go or who I'd do it with, but that'll be on my mind. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with a podcast. Very excited. Hopefully, yeah, we can definitely start pretty soon. I'm actually getting some new microphones as well, which is pretty cool. So Stacey and I can do our podcast, and hopefully it sounds a little bit better than my Yeti. Although the Yeti sounds pretty good for the price and then what it is. But yeah, getting some XLR microphones and some dynamic microphones, and getting an audio interface and being all cool like that. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully I'll get that in the next few weeks. And then yeah, just podcast it up. Just a few podcasts a week. Streaming would be pretty cool. You know, you could also you know, start a big old Patreon. See how we go with that. There's a few cool ideas that I could steal from other podcasts with Patreon, like steal other people's Patreon ideas. But that's a future thing, really. It would just be good to get the. So I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 25 games so far on my list. I'm sure Lion will come up with about 25. That's 50 games, plus talking about console every few months, plus potential guest episodes. You know, we have well over a year's worth of potential content to talk about, which is really exciting. If they're trying to test something first, it saves us doing it. Yeah. It's so hard coming up with like Patreon ideas that don't cost us too much money. That's the hard. I think that's the hard thing at Patreon, is giving value for their money without you spending too much money. It's a slippery slope, isn't it? But I've got a few podcasts that I've checked out their Patreons, and I'm like, oh yeah, we could do that. Plus, you know, we could easily do like a special video a month. You know, we could do a co-op video easily once a month and edit it really well from both perspectives, and we could easily do that. We could do Q&A sessions, Patreon only Q&A, Patreon only streams. Yeah, there's definitely a lot we could do as a duo, as a couple. And then I was also thinking today, as my as my ultimate goal would be to start a Rooster Teeth / Vanos Gaming style, not, I guess, group channel, not business. I can't think of the word. I honestly can't think of the word. It's on the tip of my tongue though. Like a Rooster Teeth / Vanos Gaming style Minecraft style I guess group is the best one I can think of, where, you know, it's, you know, me and Lion, you know, can add Chris into that, and maybe even like someone like Divine, or you know, just some streamer friends, or, you know, content creating friends that all creates content under the one umbrella. So as like an example, it could be like the Wilby Club or whatever. That's just very self-centered of me. It probably won't be called. It might be called that. Fuck all y'all. And then it's all content created under one umbrella. It's kind of like it'd be kind of like a stream team, but not. More Rooster Teeth, where everyone is creating different content for the one sort of business. Wilbian. Wilbian 15. That's like an ultimate goal I would love to do. I guess it's just one step at a time, though. You know, you could have, you know, me and Lion doing the podcast. You know, myself streaming, Lion making YouTube videos. You know, you could have Chris doing, you know, something else, or Divine doing something else, all under the one umbrella of like a Rooster Teeth or a Vanos. I know Vanos Gaming isn't like Rooster Teeth, but it, you know what I mean. Like, it's like that group of people. So yeah, more like Rooster Teeth. I think that'd be pretty cool. Especially being from all around the world. Be pretty crazy. We would probably never meet each other ever in real life. Yeah, kind of like that. Like, it'd just be, I think it'd be cool to do stuff like that, and like, yeah, just all working under the one umbrella. I guess the hard thing, or the crap thing about that is, you know, most content creators want to create for themselves. But yeah, that's a far in the future goal of mine. I would love to somehow achieve, whether it's, you know, if I can make enough money and, you know, if people see someone making money, it's like, ooh, you know, they would love to join in on that. I was in a group like that before, did quite well. Yeah, because you did a lot of, I remember you showed me some of your retro, you did some retro videos on some retro games for that group, didn't you? I remember you showed me quite a while ago. Yeah, I just think it'd be pretty cool and just have, like, you know, just some close friends that are good at actual content creators and want to make content, not want too flaky, which is very hard to find, but you know, that's we'll do one podcast at a time and then work it out after that. That's just a silly little goal. Few of my favorite ones, I think. Yeah, I remember I was like, oh, this is cool. This is awesome. I like retro games. Talking about it. And now look at us. We're going to do a podcast about it. Do some fucking research, mate. Also, I watched The Boys this weekend, and holy shit, that is one good show. I highly recommend The Boys. Get on that. You won't regret it. People might be turned off because it's like, it's about superheroes. It's being superheroes is definitely the last thing about that show. It's very well done, very smart. I think Stacy started watching Happy, so I watched a little bit of it. It looks alright. Looks pretty cool. It looks different. It looks pretty brutal. Where yeah, The Boys is pretty brutal as well. So if you got like Amazon Prime Video, or you just want to illegally download it like a typical pirate, definitely go check out The Boys. Definitely if you like good shows, go watch The Boys. It's really good. Adapted from a manga. What Happy is? Yeah, I don't know the actor's name in Happy, but I like him. He's really cool. He's really funny. He was really funny in what was it, Wet Hot Summer? The Wet Hot Summer? Yeah, I think it's cool. But I've been blabbing on for far too long. But Lion will definitely, I'll try and come up with a game plan on how I personally think it would go. I'll send it to you, and then you can add your 2 cents. So it's a team effort. It's not just the Wilby show. And then we'll maybe try and call each other on the weekend. I'll try and remember this time. Maybe on like a Friday, Saturday, or something like that. See how we go. And yeah, go from there, and hopefully start pretty soon. Like a cross between Bruce Willis and the Punisher. Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty crazy too. Like just a crazy dude. I think what he has cancer, or Stacey said he had cancer or something. It was just like.
Or are you just here to chat?
But yeah, go check out The Boys, or else I'll find you.
Talking with someone about everything that's happened. It's really helped.
Let's raid Mr. Raw Genesis because he is a cool dude. Actually, yeah, we'll go raid Raw. But yeah, guys, I'll be on Wednesday. We'll talk some more about some podcasts or The Boys, or we'll talk some more about something. I don't know what I'm gonna play. Maybe some more Destiny before I play Control at the end. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Talk soon, everyone. Have a good night. Much love. I'll see you in a few days. Oh, fucking hell. I had to cancel that. Yeah.
Here we go.
Chloe.
Less than 3.
Less than 3 to you, my friend. Get wrecked. How you going, my friend? Are you still streaming? Maybe I'll send everyone over to beautiful Chloe then. I was gonna raid Chloe, and then I clicked on a stream and she was yawning. I was like, nah, she is out. She is gone. Oh, you're ending soon? Sleepy and gay. That's how I feel. Oh, you're ending soon? Okay, okay. Yeah, you were yawning pretty hardcore.
Making a purchase,
I was like, oh,
or are you just
she's
here to
sleepy
chat?
and gay. Thank you so much, Chloe. That's 12 whole months, my friend. That's just insane.
It's really helped.
I think it's just that time everyone's dropping the 12. I can't believe someone's like dropping 12-month subs. That's just stupid, ridiculous, and I appreciate you all. I'm gonna go be sleepy and not as gay as Chloe. Oh, where shall we go? We'll go to Raw Genesis. I've tried to like raid him like 3 times now. And every time I've gone to raid him, something's happened. But much love, Chloe. I love you so much. Marry me. But yeah, guys, I'll see you in a few days. We'll have some fun. We'll play some games. Yeah, guys, have a good night. Go watch The Boys. Go be happy. Go hug your loved ones. And yeah, have a good night, guys.